Good morning, Jill. Good morning, Mr. Kane.
Good morning, Judge.
Good morning, Judge.
People versus Bias on 244221, appearances for the record.
Dan Kane on behalf of Mr. Matthias, we'd waive reading, stand mute, ask for a referral to the Office of Assigned Counsel, and we're ready to address bond when appropriate.
Conference August 7 at 9 a.m., preliminary exam August 13 at 4 p.m. And that is also in front of Judge Clark for the other cases yesterday. As to bond.
As to bond, Judge, Mr. Matthias, he's lived here in Saginaw his whole life. He is starting a new job at the Hosmack Pickle Factory, and he does have 7 kids that he supports. He was very honest about his criminal history with me today. I'd only note that he hasn't been in trouble really since 2016, so almost 8 years ago. And he's not on probation or parole right now, Judge. We'd ask for a reasonable bond today.
Guy arranged yesterday?
Mm-hmm.
Well, 15,000 cash surety with GPS, no contact. See the discussion from yesterday. No firearms, no legal controlled substances, no alcohol. Thank you. Have a pleasant day. In the matter of People versus Nicholas Smith, 244220, appearances for the record.
Dan Kane on behalf of Mr. Smith, we'd waive the reading, stand mute, ask for a referral to the Office of Assigned Counsel, and Judge, we're ready to address bond when appropriate.
Court winner plea of not guilty. Office of Assigned Counsel, pre-exam, August 8th, 9 a.m. Preliminary exam, August 14th, 4 p.m. That's in front of Judge Clark. As to bond.
As the bond judge, Mr. Smith, he's lived here his whole life. He has no other pending cases. He's also an entrepreneur, and he, has a small business where he sells clothes. He's not on probation, and Judge, he does have another domestic violence charge on his record, but it's from a few years ago in 2018, and he hasn't been in trouble since then. We'd ask for a reasonable bond today, Judge.
I just got done reading the bond recommendation earlier this morning on him. I'm a little worried with the allegations as to the safety of the community. Let me bring up this thing here. Did you say he works?
He's a small business owner, Judge. He has his own business. He has a clothing line that he sells and has an online store, Judge.
At this time, I'll take it under advisement. If I do establish a bond that we can post, uh, whether it's personal recognizance, or whether it's a monetary bond, there will be a GPS involved and also a pre-trial programming with CST. I'm a little concerned though, given the nature of the charges and that they're the allegations that are made and then what the people have filed as far as their bond recommendation. I'll take it under advisement. All right, next on People versus Tracy Gray, 244222. Appearances for the record.
Dan King on behalf of Miss Gray, we'd waive reading, stand mute, ask for a referral to the Office of Assigned Counsel, and Judge Ray would address bond when appropriate.
All right. Court winner plea of not guilty, Office of Assigned Counsel. Pre-exam is August 9 at 1:30. Preliminary exam is August 15 at 3 p.m. That is also in front of Judge Clark. As to bond, please.
As to bond, Judge, Miss Gray, she's lived here in Saginaw for 10 years. She has a very limited criminal history and hasn't really been in trouble with anything for at least until 2014. You know, Miss Gray, she also she works where she does independent home care for the elderly. She has no other pending cases. She's not on probation or parole. We'd ask for a reasonable bond today, Judge.
Bond or the bond recommendation from the people state that there is they're little thin on what they're saying on why there should not be a PR bond. I don't see any indication that she has failed to come to court. She'll have no contact with the victim.
Yes, Judge, and I did confirm that she does not share the address on Harold Street with the alleged victim.
Miss Tracy Gray, you won't have any contact at all with Mr. Taylor?
No,
You have no firearms at the house?
no.
Who do you live with over on Cronk?
Henry Baker. I couldn't hear.
Yes, we live over on Cronk.
Oh, Henry Baker, he's passed away.
Did you say you live with him?
I lived on Cronk and he with Henry. I don't live there anymore, but he passed away in
Well,
20.
where do you live?
I live on Harold Street.
And who do you live with on Harold Street?
Well, I was living with my son, but he doesn't live there anymore.
Mr. Taylor live there?
I didn't.
No, Judge, he does not.
But where do you want your mail to go?
Well, it's 30. I purchased the house next door, 3209 Harold Street.
Is that where you want your mail to go?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes, 3209 Harold. I purchased that Tuesday. And I was in the process of moving, well, I was gonna start moving stuff over there.
Okay. 50,000 personal recognizance, no contact with the victim. Given your, I'm gonna also put you a day reporting, just to kind of keep some tabs on where you're gonna be. All right.
Is that here?
Barbara?
Thank you.
People versus Barber, Kendra Barber, 8920658.
And Cam, on behalf of Miss Barber, I did ask Miss Barber a little bit why she didn't come to court, Judge. She told me that she didn't receive any notice in the mail, although I did confirm that she's still living at the 2421 Hosmer address in Saginaw. Miss Barber, she's been dealing with some personal issues, including a recent death in the family and some complications from her hip surgery that she had. But she hasn't been getting any other tickets since this case started. We'd ask that the hearing get reset and this warrant get recalled.
Miss Barber, can you shed some light on why you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or 7?
I had a death in the family. I was out of town, so I did not get my mail, and I came back and it was too late. And my lawyer failed to get back with me, and so I had court on July 19th. And then I wasn't aware of this. I had it on the Zoom.
We had court on June.
July 19th.
You got some notification?
I
Yeah.
can't hear it. It's messing up. What did he say?
I haven't said anything yet.
Oh, okay. I thought the computer froze.
Miss Tracy, who are you here on?
For Miss Barber to inform her case holder.
Did she comply?
I can look. He is currently open with Hope Network.
When's the last time you saw your case manager, Miss Barber?
For Hope Network, Thursday.
Okay. You know, I gotta tell you, Judge Fickner is probably one of the nicest judges in this courthouse, and just she's asking for a bond on this. Whew, 7 times. All right, what's it gonna take to get you to court so you take care of this ticket?
Not sleeping on that cold floor. I will be back to court.
Room, no more room to write on your ticket. All right, well, I gotta give you something to, I'm gonna put a day recording just so they keep tabs on you.
I misunderstood you.
Here you go. Recall bench warrant.
What did you say?
Saying I'm recalling your bench warrant.
Oh, thank you. Now you came through clear that time. I'm like, what did he say?
I'm referring you back to Judge Fickner.
Okay, and when would that be? Would I get paperwork for that?
Going to Hosmer.
Okay.
And then you gotta meet with pretrial so they can keep tabs on you. So then, once you come to court, this matter will be, I'm sure, taken care of. All right, there you are.
Okay, so I get to go home today?
Yes, you do. Don't drive.
No, I'm not driving.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Tracy. In the matter of People versus Delgado, 428-2965, 425-8934. Appearances for the record.
And K on behalf of Mr. Delgado or Miss Delgado, we'd waive reading, stand mute. Ask for a referral to the Office of Assigned Counsel. And Judge, we're asking for a PR bond on this traffic ticket today.
We are not responsible as well as set for pretrial. Oh, no, that was a warning. I think it was a warning. Yeah. Oh, it's 2 tickets. There we go. All right, both driving no licenses. Court winner, plea of not guilty, Office of Assigned Counsel. You gonna show up to court, Ms. Delgado?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that was convincing. All right. PR bond.
Can you tell me if my license is good right now?
What's that?
Can you tell me if my license is good right now?
Was your
Like, is
license?
it-
Was your
I just
license?
wanna double check.
August 5th when you got a DWS ticket? I don't think so. Was your license good on, 2
That's
weeks?
why I'm asking.
I don't.
Delgado, you're gonna
I'm
have
saying like
to.
right now, like I need to know if I'm able to drive back and forth to work.
You're not. Go to Secretary. You're gonna find out what you need to do to get your license, okay?
So you're saying I don't have to go to Secretary of State?
You do,
I do. Okay.
yes, because
Thank you,
your
that's all.
license is suspended right now.
My license is suspended right now. Okay.
They know your car apparently, so don't drive. People versus Takesha Gray, 244-243-892-6116-A716-176C. And 892-3950B. There we are.
And K on behalf of Miss Gray, we'd waive reading, stand mute, ask for a referral to the Office of Assigned Counsel. Judge, we're asking for PR bonds on these traffic tickets today.
Okay, so on the 116 and the 176C, court winner pleas of not guilty, Office of Assigned Counsel. There is a bench warrant on this one. What's the bench warrant here? Doesn't say. That's nice.
Yeah, I saw that today, Judge. It didn't really say what it was for, so I assumed it was for an arraignment or I don't know.
So pleas of not guilty been entered, Office of Assigned Counsel. And then, Ms. Gray, you just need to go to Office of Assigned Counsel and show up to court. And I'm sure everything will be resolved. You're all set. Have a pleasant day. People versus Fairfield, 717280. A, B, case number 221833. I imagine that's a bench warrant. Yes, it is. Second bench warrant. And then on file number 235380. Another bench warrant. All right. Appearance for the record.
And K on behalf of Mr. Bearfield, Starting with the, I guess, the new ticket judge, we'd enter a plea of not responsible to both those, ask that they get set for a hearing. I did ask Mr. Bearfield why he didn't come to court on April 2020, well, April 22. He told me that, he just didn't get it in the mail. He did give me an updated address today, Judge. That's different from what appears on the bench warrant. He's going to be staying at 1130 Janai Court here in Saginaw, Michigan, zip code 48601, apartment 105. I also asked Mr. Bearfield a little bit about when he can take care of this failure to pay. He told me if he was released today, he could pay the entire $225 today, Judge.
Wait, he wants me to release him and then expect him to pay?
Well, Judge, he doesn't have any money on him right now, but he is currently working at Speedway. He told me he could have it here, no later than 5 o'clock, Judge.
I got $98 in my account right now. They could take that, and I just need to get the rest of it. I'll bring it back today before 5. I can do that.
Same thing you said back on, when I gave you the other bench warrant, I gave you additional 60 days.
Yeah, I know. I was trying to find a job at the time, man. I was in the process of trying to find. I work at Speedway now. I do third shift, 10 to 6, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday.
Well, all right. Young man. Why do you like coming through the court system so much? What is so appealing that you like coming through the judicial system?
I don't, man. I'm trying to do my life.
Coming through it, man.
Sorry, I apologize. Man.
Accept it.
I'm trying.
When did you get your job at Speedway, sir?
I've been working there like a month now, almost 3 weeks, like this. I get paid every week too, every Monday.
So you can get an attorney on your charge of failure to stop at a property damage accident. There's the old adage that you never lose. You win or you lose. Well, and that's the reason.
My mail was getting sent back. I ain't even know.
Then on the other, you said, all right. So this is what we'll do on that one you owe. Have until Monday to pay it. 26. Monday, the 29th. Not, the bench warrant goes back out. It's closed at 4:45 today.
Every day.
Every day. Yeah, there you go.
So what about the other one? I don't know. Here. Would y'all send a court date for that other one to the 1130 address?
You don't think the address will be able to do it. 11:30 tonight.
I can.
Yeah.
If you don't get notice within a week and a half, you're gonna have to call. You got these civil infractions. I entered your plea of not responsible. All right.
I'll be right back.
Make a difference in the world in a good way, not the way you've been doing it. You will. In the matter of People versus Doucette, 244217. Appearances for the record.
And K on behalf of Mr. Doucette, we'd waive reading, stand mute, ask for a referral to the Office of Assigned Counsel. We're ready to address bond when appropriate.
Pre-exam August 8 at 9 a.m., preliminary exam August 14 at 3 p.m. That's in front of Judge Clark. As to bond.
As to bond, Judge, I did talk to Mr. Doucette a little bit about this today. He was living at the Ohio Avenue address with the alleged victim in this case. He has a new address he can go to. He's going to be staying with his grandma, who lives at 4190 Lee Valley in Columbiaville, zip code 48421. Mr. Doucette, he's 26 years old. He's lived here in Michigan his whole life. He does have one kid, and he is employed at his dad's restaurant where he, cooks, cleans, and pretty much helps his dad run the business. He was very honest about his criminal history and that he's on probation, but he has been keeping to all the terms of his probation and keeping in close contact with his probation officer. We'd ask for a reasonable bond today, Judge.
Is that why Judge Trice issued the bench warrant? Because he's been so compliant?
Told me that he contacted his agent last Wednesday, so.
Because the agent contacted him, or? Yeah.
And then they put handcuffs on me, but I complied and went and seen him in person.
And guess what? I imagine you'd be seeing Judge Trice now, because he's not. Yep, that's what he does. Yeah. Let's see what the warrant says. Read these.
You need a copy of all of this.
Good copy. He's not saying.
Where's?
Well, that's a law.
Probation violation.
Yeah. Love letter from Judge Trice. It was the bond violations. You don't like women either.
They're both counts 1 and 2 for assault.
Yep. Well, given that there is an outstanding bench warrant, given that you have a prior record, given that you don't play well with others, bond will be set at, given that the court's somewhat concerned with regard to slight risk. So we'll set a monetary bond of
What's that mean?
$15,000. You can post money, get out cash surety, no contact with the victim, so it's not baseball season anymore. No firearms, no weapons of any kind. That includes a baseball bat, No illegal controlled substances, no alcohol, no GPS. That's if Judge Trice even lets you out. Good luck with that one. You're all set. In the matter of People versus Goodman, 244054. Here's for the record.
And K on behalf of Mr. Goodman, we'd waive reading, stand mute, ask for a referral to the Office of Assigned Counsel, and Judge, we're ready to address bond when appropriate.
Pre-exam August 8th at 9 a.m. Preliminary exam August 14 at 3:30. That's in front of Judge Clark. As to bond.
As to bond, Judge, Mr. Goodman, he's lived here in Saginaw his whole life. He works as a videographer and an audio engineer. He does have one child who he supports. You know, he was very honest about his criminal history, but seems like he's always had a pretty good respect for the judicial system and showing up to court when he needs to, and that he is on probation currently, but he has been in close contact with his probation officer. We'd ask for a reasonable bond today, Judge.
Did the agent say, Mr. Goodman, what they were going to do? Are you going to hold?
He was waiting on to hear from the courts. He knew about the situation, but he was waiting to see if it was going to be a warrant or not.
All right.
It wasn't ready to time. So I'm already on the GPS monitor. 40.
Leave it up since you're on. Is it probation or are you on parole?
It's not even running probation. I'm just on this study.
Well, you should know by now. You've been through it or not. All right. I'll leave it up to them. 7,500 personal reconnaissance. You know, there's no firearms, no illegal controlled substances, alcohol. Those are the terms of what you're on probation anyways. But see what DLC is going to do with you. You're all set. And the number is 7329668B 7325859A. Appearances for the record.
And Kane on behalf of Mr. Smith. I did talk to Mr. Smith a little bit about his failures to pay. Judge, Mr. Smith knows that he missed a payment last month, but considering that this ticket started out with almost $700 in fines and costs, and this is his first failure to pay, and he's already whittled it down to, below $400. He told me he can put down 60 today, and then going forward, he can put down, 50 per month until the remaining balance is paid off. I would only say that Mr. Smith has, up until recently, shown pretty good faith in taking care of this fines and costs.
Yeah, I'll just. Judge Clark must not have gotten a very good grade of penmanship. Recall bench warrant. Refer back for ability to pay hearing. Okay. So, Mr. Smith, you'll probably get a notice. This should give you some time just to get back on your payment. Okay.
Okay.
All right, you're all set. Just look in the mail for that ability to pay if you're not, as long as you keep making payments, it'll go through. So it sends you out, but if you miss, you're right back where you are. All right, good luck with that.
Walking.
All right, you're all set. PR bond on that, Mr. Smith.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you.
You have to do it. Oh, do you have any more? Are we done, Jail?
We done.
That's the last one, sir.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
You too.